Welcome back to More Law on Fox 19, your legal questions live, with local broadcaster and award-winning reporter Deb Haas and Cincinnati personal injury attorney Don Moore, recognized by Ohio super lawyers. More answers, more help, more law on Fox 19.
Welcome back. We are talking about what to do if you find yourself fighting your insurance company. And Don, we were talking about how do I know? I mean, what's my responsibility as a consumer? Do I need to research? I mean, I just go with the same company basically that my parents went with. Should I be looking into which ones have a good reputation and which ones don't?
What you just said applies to almost everybody, and including me, at least early on. You just go with the insurance agent or the insurer that your family had, and that just makes sense. That's not the best choice necessarily. The best way to find out who's being most fair in their claims handling, you can go online and look for complaints. That's a great tool. The other thing, and even better, talk locally to lawyers, judges, people who are involved in the court system, because they know which insurance companies deal unfairly or are just too tough on claims.
All right, I will go and do some homework and let you know what I find out.
Okay.
Right now we want to check in with Renee in Cincinnati. Renee, how can we help?
I was calling. I had a case with an insurance company. I went to the doctor on February the 20th, but I got laid off February the 3rd. They told me that I should have went before February the 17th, but I had appointment February the 20th. So now they're saying I have to pay them because I didn't go before February the 17th.
Because you lost your job and therefore lost the insurance?
Right, I lost the insurance because I got laid off, but I still was paying on the insurance.
Renee, you raise an interesting question because, frankly, an employer has an obligation to offer you COBRA, their specific laws about continuing your insurance, especially if you've got an ongoing condition when you're laid off or you leave employment or you quit an employer or whatever. You don't just have to be out in the cold with no coverage. What's going to happen is your specific policy and your specific condition is going to have to be reviewed. That can be complicated. I think you're just going to have to, read the policy and see what they offer you. And then, as I spoke about a few minutes ago, you can talk to someone who handles personal injury claims or medical claims, and there's a ton of them around the tri-state area who will be happy to talk to you about your case and give you some advice. One of the things I will tell you, though, if all you're talking about is one medical bill, you're probably not going to find a lawyer that's going to be interested in handling one medical bill unless there's something else that adds some value to it, because they can't, if you've got an office visit for $100, $200, there's not much they can do to chase that.
Okay. I understand we have another caller from Cincinnati. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Ravimbo, and a while ago in November I had a car accident, and I was turning left and the car hit the side of my car. So they said it was my fault, but so they suspended my license until April 13th, or I'm sorry, April 3rd. So I was covered by my insurance, and they sent me the card saying my car, and I was insured, covered since October. And when I went to go get my license back in April, like my insurance was going back and forth with the other insurance, trying not to cover the damages, because they said that I wasn't covered, but we had the card saying I was covered, and now they're saying that I was never covered until January, even though they sent the card saying I was covered.
Okay, so let me ask you a couple questions, because I'm listening carefully, and I'm not sure that I'm following exactly what you're saying. My understanding is that their insurance company says that it expired in January, but your accident happened in February. Is that right?
No, my accident was November 2011, and my mom put my car on the insurance around September, and they sent the card in like in October, and that out of my car, and I was covered. But when we went to get my license, they said that my insurance told them that I wasn't covered until January.
Okay, so look, what you need there is you're going to have to go through the documentation that your mother should have or you should have that they've sent you around the time that you were covered and your policy became effective. You're going to have what's called a declarations page, a deck sheet, or your billing. Either one of them is going to have dates on them. It's important you keep those records. That's going to be your ticket to show either the Bureau of Motor Vehicles so you can get your license back, or if necessary, because you've got a claim that has to be paid, to an insurance company or whomever is necessary to prove you've got insurance. You're going to need that paperwork to do it. And look at the paperwork, look at the policy. If you can't figure it out, you're going to have to talk to somebody to get some help.
And Don, in your line of work, I know that we've talked before about the importance of documenting everything. That's something that a lot of people just aren't good at. Saving the papers, knowing where to find the information. It makes life a lot easier when you run into something like this.
Well, that's exactly right, and it's not hard. I mean, gee, this is you know, you just put it in a box or put it in a file, do something with it. They don't send you all that much stuff.
Okay. All right, well, I'll do that too then. I'm learning a lot today. We are taking a break right now, but we will be taking some more calls afterwards. Please give us a call, 513-421-4691. We'll be right back. The Kentucky and Ohio Bar require that we give the addresses of the attorneys who appear on the show. Don Moore can be reached at the Moore Law Firm on Nimitzview Drive in Cincinnati. The number 513-232-2000. The web address moorelaw.com, or go to fox19.com and click on Moore Law. Now, Don, there was something that you wanted to make sure that the viewers understand.
Yeah, I think it's really important that everyone understand two things. Number one, behind almost every single jury trial is insurance. Otherwise, the people would not be there. So you can't afford to sue someone who's got no money. So there's always an insurance company behind it, but the jurors are never told. They're not allowed to know. That's the law. John, I understand you have a question about an auto accident. How can we help you?
We just have about a minute, John.
Yes, I was just calling. I wanted to understand what's the meaning of pain and suffering, and of any money that I spent out of pocket towards my medical care, like medicine, whatever. Does my attorney get the 33% of that money is out of my pocket?
Yeah, typically, John, the way attorney fees work is they take 1/3 of everything that's collected off the top. So that's pain and suffering, everything. Their fee for representing you is 1/3. That's how the contingency fee works.
Okay, that is all the time we have for today. Please join us again next week for More Law Monday morning at 9:30.